So today we are doing some location scouting. Oh, Sophie came up with some brilliant ideas about some really odd and interesting locations here around Cleveland and the rest of Ohio. So we're gonna go check it out today.
I'm really excited. We are gonna go check out Warden's Ledges. It's in Hinckley, Ohio. I came across it because I was searching sort of weird locations in Ohio and kind of combing through Atlas Obscure and a couple of other websites. And so it's a part of the reservation, and it's basically like the main draw is these faces that are carved into the rocks.
So cool.
I got really excited when I saw the photos online, and now that I see it, I think it's going to play a really key role in our narrative and
Correct.
the kind of look that we're trying to create with this new video. So that is the first stop.
So here we are. Hello. We think we're at Warden's Ledge. Warden's Ledges.
Yeah, we're in an unmarked car park.
We're in an unmarked car park on the side of a road.
So I don't know if we go that way, because I feel like on the map there was a turn. There's a sign with writing. So I'm tired and hot and sweatier than I've been in probably 12 months, but we did just run into some park wardens who told us that we'd gone the completely wrong way. Hot. Hot and damp. I'm so glad I wore shorts today.
Even if your partner takes you off into the bush, off trail, like the wild woman that she is.
I will say though, I'm proud of myself for approaching those two strangers who we later found out were park wardens, but honestly to me just looked like two guys off in the
Serial
woods.
killers.
Yeah, potential serial killers.
Watch out for cow poop.
Yep.
So we made it. I peed on a tree and now we're here. But I don't know that it's location-wise and look-wise what we're going after. We're going to record some of it and see what we think.
It is smaller than I was thinking.
Yeah.
And that offers some advantages in terms of not having to move around very much if we were going to work here for something.
We are now on our way to Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wait, no, other way.
We're going to check out the Gate of Hell, which is behind the Tim Hortons in Columbus, Ohio. So that's very interesting. So anything you want to add to what we just experienced?
Yeah, it was really worthwhile to go. I feel like we learned a lot, both about kind of our new environment and about what we need to do in the future when we're location scouting. So we've started a little list of items that we think would have been really helpful today.
Flashlights, baby wipes
for getting the bug sprayer. We did some video storyboarding, which was really great. I think it's really helpful to be able to go out and actually just map out what we think might happen, where it might happen. That gives us so much more insight than we typically have had in the past.
True.
So in some ways, I just feel much more prepared now for what we're trying to accomplish out there.
Yes.
And we realize that this probably isn't going to be where we do the whole video, but it's definitely worth doing maybe a half day.
Yeah. Maybe combine it with another part scene somewhere else.
Yeah, like maybe this trip down to Columbus is what we do on the other part.
Right.
So yeah, I just feel like we're doing well at honing our craft, being really aware of the pitfalls and the challenges, and then learning from them. We're not just letting those set us back.
No.
We're constantly updating and upgrading our gear and our equipment in response to what we're learning.
Though I will say, there was a point, after getting lost several times, finally finding this location kind of by accident, where we sat down to catch our breath and really questioned if this was what we wanted to do with this location.
Yeah.
And I have to admit that I was a little down about it and kind of reluctant to come back and shoot part of our music video here because I felt that the challenge of it was going to be too great. And I'm thankful that after talking with Sophie and kind of troubleshooting what the issues would be, how we could possibly get around them or not, and what we could do. And the more we looked at the location and started to storyboard, I'm like, oh, we could do this and we can do this. I got excited again. And, you know, there are definitely some challenges ahead of us, but not so much that I don't think we can do it. I think that if we make, you know, we come in with a skeleton crew, make everybody aware of what we're up against. There's a bit of a hike, not horrible. But, you know, I think that with everybody aware of what they're up against, that we could indeed pull this off.
I'm so glad that you pointed that out, because I had a similar feeling when we were going down the trail before we bumped into the people on horseback.
Right.
Like, we've not found this.
And we were on the trail for an hour.
Right. Like, we've been here for a long time, and what are we doing? And was this kind of just a waste? And yeah, it hit me. Like, it's hard, right? When you feel like that. So yeah, I admire you for also bouncing back from that. I also think that it's what you said, right? We need to sometimes just sit down and let our emotions kind of quieten so that we can see what there is. Like I said to you, I think one of the problems is you had this expectation when we went out there that it was going to be one thing. Right? And then you have to kind of sit with it for a second and let it be what it is, right? It was never going to be that thing. That thing does not exist. That thing in your head. But what is here, is that now worth working with?
So we have stopped off at Mansfield, Ohio. We're about an hour, just over an hour outside of Columbus, on our way to go check out the Gate of Hell. But we were hungry, so we've come now to stop off at Uncle John's to get ourselves some burgers. And then I think we're going to stop off and get ourselves some coffee. Mansfield's a really interesting town. What I didn't know until we got here, and by all the signage, is that it is the Shawshank Redemption location. We have not seen the prison. I don't know if we're going to have time to really go look for it, but according to the signs, this here is where Shawshank Redemption was shot. So yeah, we're going to go check out this diner, have some food, and get our asses back up on the road. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Sophie, where are we? What are we doing? What's going on today?
We are about 30 minutes outside of Columbus, Ohio. Well, I've never been before, but I'm excited to go today because apparently it's the fastest growing city in the United States. And we're going to head down to try and find Hell's Gate, which is a tunnel covered in graffiti that's located behind a Tim Hortons in town. And the legend goes that it's one of many gates of hell located in the United States. And if all of them are unlocked, then hell will reign on Earth. But the reason we care about it is to go see if it could be a potential location for our upcoming music video. So we're going to go check it out. So we are in Columbus, Ohio, and we've come to the location of Hell's Gate, which is the location that we're trying to scout today for our music video. And as you can see behind me, the entrance to Hell's Gate is all the way down at this end of this waterway. So we can't come around this way or we're going to be very wet. So I think the next step is for us to try and go back up the hill that we just came up. Right now we're just parked in a Tim Hortons car park and we're going to come down the bank that we've seen. So we're going to scrabble through some trees and see if we can get in that way. So hopefully that works out. So we just went back up the hill and decided to come down the steeper side, which we basically had to do on our asses. Like I just took a pretty good tumble straight down the side to get into here. But once you're down, it's fine. It's all concreted out. We've got a couple of skater kids hanging out near the entrance. And then you come through this. So we've got this like crazy metal structure that's got all this graffiti. And this is Hell's Gate. And it's every bit as cool and creepy as I had hoped.